I had to do it again. All right, what's up? Good evening, gods of this domain. Um, what's up with you? All right, so I did like a 20-minute video earlier, um, but I didn't like how it turned out because I did too much shit talking. So we gonna reel it in and do it one more time and see how it works. Okay, so these last 2 weeks, I have been set up to speak on Beelzebub. um, so we'll get into a few things. I got something I need to do in the morning, so I need to hurry up. But it needs to be done tonight, apparently. So we'll start with the description of Beelzebub. The description of Beelzebub is that okay, Beelzebub represents gluttony as in demonology. In demonology, Beelzebub represents gluttony. The dictionary Infernal describes Beelzebub as being capable of flying, known as the Lord of the Flyers or the Lord of the Flies. Okay. It is literally translated in Hebrew as the Lord of the Flies. Okay. So that's the first thing. So let's find out what gluttony means. Gluttony means habitual greed or excess in eating. But does gluttony only apply to food? No. It usually refers to greedy consumption of food and drink. It can also be applied to overly hearty appetites of any kind, such as a gluttonous love of money, or even a masochistic love of pain. And it is always used critically. You can be gluttonous in anything. And I would say that the reason that I continue to say, one of the reasons I continue to say gossip is because you could be overindulgent, habitually greedy, and gossiping. Okay. So it says in Christianity, it is considered a sin if the excessive desire for food causes it to be withheld from the needy. And that's why I said it's a setup, because I literally just said a story about Johnny and how it is wrong to deny your friend of food. Okay. Your neighbor. So, then I want to get into gossip being a sin. Now, sin is a construct, okay? Everybody gossips, everybody sins to some extent. The problem is when you start to be judgmental to people, and I find that to be a greater sin than any sin that anyone does, because you're not any better than anybody and you've sinned, right? I find judgment to be the only sin. Everything else is just like life, you're just living life. You try to avoid certain things, right? But should you sin, that doesn't take down your worthiness at all. I think literally the only sin is judgment, because none of us are perfect, right? But I put in gossip a sin. And it says, the Bible links gossip and slander together as sister sins. The New Testament word slander means to speak evil of someone. When we gossip, we speak evil about them, we badmouth them. Okay. And the Bible is clear that gossip is a sin and that Christians should refrain from it. And it's in every single theology and mythology just about. Whether it's explicitly said that it's frowned upon, there's always some type of storyline to show how that negatively affected the people. So it's not a Christian standard. It is all of theologies hold this to be negative and something you should refrain from if you want to be a good person. But gossip often includes slander, mockery, and denigration. It exposes the gossiper's insecurities as well as their jealousy, envy, and even hatred toward another person. The Bible encourages holy and healthy communication, okay? And just, if I can get my iPhone to cooperate, and I'm going to use my right hand because my right hand is the best hand. Denigration. Denigration definition.
Integration means.
No. Denigration.
Denigration means the action of unfairly criticizing someone or something.
Thank you, sir. All right. So, denigration is also a form of judgment. All right. So, why is this important? One, I'm getting off balance. So, Beelzebub claims to cause destruction through tyrants, to cause demons to be worshipped among men, to excite priests to lust, to cause jealousies in cities and murders, and to bring on war. So when we get into gossip exposes jealousy, envy, in the, what is this called? The Lantern of Light. It says that Beelzebub is the demon of envy. And it separates Lucifer and Beelzebub, but most believe that Beelzebub is Lucifer. And so Lucifer in the Lantern of Light is pride. In the Ars Goetia, I said he was gluttony. The Infernal has Beelzebub under pride. Okay, so some of these things are interchangeable, but either way, he states that he causes jealousy, and the only reason anyone would be gossiping is because they're jealous. So this is why I continue to associate Beelzebub with gossip. Okay. So to tie all of this up and together, the reason I bring this up is because Beelzebub magic. Now, Beelzebub magic is the rare magic attribute to manipulate space. Now, how would you manipulate space? You would manipulate space by using gossip. Gossip, nigga, just stop it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. So, that is why I say, you got some flies around you. It could be about spying. It could very well be about spying. Okay. I'm not gonna denounce that, because if you are spying, you are only spying so that you can report back to someone, right? So if you got a lot of flies in your house, you could very well be a victim of an individual trying to spy on you. But it says it right here that Beelzebub is the Lord of the Flies. And so commonly that's going to mean all that shit I said. I'm getting tired. The other one had a lot more energy behind it, okay? But I think this is like my fourth take, because one thing, I gotta move with tact. I can't cuss anybody out. I can't do none of that, right? But when you get into Jeremiah 11, the only reason that they were trying to kill Jeremiah is because they were jealous of Jeremiah. Jeremiah was very abundant. I'm gonna show you this here if I can. I can't see my screen. That should be pissing me off, bro. Hold up. Can I see my screen? Okay, my screen. See here in the corner. This is a very it's a very weak type of fly. It's called a fungal fly. Fungal flies don't have a very long lifespan. They commonly die by your window, but I haven't had any issues with flies or anything like that. Despite the fact that I know that people gossip about me, despite the fact that I know people spy on me. And that is because that's not what it's representing. If that was the case, there would always be flies flying around. And I've done 300 and I think it's 326 videos, something around there. And you've never seen a single fly in my shit. One more thing I want to address too. After my video yesterday, I was scrolling and I saw somebody's community board say that, we're here to break down belief systems, and that's not what we're here to do, because a belief system is a moral code. You still need moral codes. You still need laws of the universe. You still need those things. You still need the covenant. You still need the law. All right. What we're here to do is drop the veil. So a great analogy of that would be like Wizard of Oz, right? They're going to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, and they find out that the wizard is just a dude behind a veil, right? And that's what I did when I broke down Jeremiah 11 for you. In modern times, people can have a clause in their estate that keeps their children from getting it if they don't follow certain codes and do certain things. Like Johnny can't get the house if he doesn't finish college first. I don't care what he does, but he has to go to college. Then he can get the house. And that's literally what happened in Jeremiah 11. In Jeremiah 11, there was a law, there was a covenant, there was some type of agreement that they weren't following. The minute that they started to conspire against Jeremiah, it doesn't necessarily mean like I sit and I consort with these demons, but I don't worship them. I don't use them for negative purposes. Okay, we're talking about the seals of Solomon. This is the lesser key of Solomon, right? Solomon consorted with demons, but he still upheld the laws of David from David's covenant, right? So it's not about like sinning per se. Just keep those main laws, the laws of Mott, the laws of, keep those. Damn it, what the, it literally feels like something is crawling on my face. Okay, keep the laws and you can have the deed to the house. That's literally what it was. It's very simple, and it's not like a vengeful, punishing God. And I know that to be true because, like I said, I panic and I still get what I want. Fucking Sarah laughed in God's face. In God's face. Sarah laughed when she was told she would have a baby. He still gave her the baby. Okay, because that's when you're speaking of keep your vibration high or you're not going to get what you want. That is the example. That's more of a Bible, like the way you describe the Bible and how you have a vengeful God and stuff. that is more of that description than just saying what I just said. I keep forgetting what the fuck I'm saying, bro. Like, because I'm not, it's not me. I'm giving you a message. So I don't always keep my vibration high, but they make sure I'm taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not about low or high. It's not about that. Round it out, you know. Shout out to I believe it's Chiron Intuition. I saw your board. You had duality, right? You're not gonna get what you want. If you're being rageful, you're not gonna get what you want. That duality there, right? That's not real. And that is what that idea is what the Bible gives. Let's break that down. That's not true. It's also not true that God was like mad because he was mad about whatever the fuck they were doing to Jeremiah. It was wrong. Right? It was 100% wrong. So hopefully that comes out. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta listen to this shit and hope that it came out right. I'm tired. But like I said, it's something that was supposed to be done already. I've been behind because me and not Jeremiah. Oh God, my baby's been on my mind. I said something to